Really start now. We've been talking for an hour, I guess, about nothing. And yeah.
We haven't been talking about nothing. We've been talking about yeah, we were talking about nothing.
Yeah, we're talking about nothing. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Red, the White, and the Blues podcast. I am Daniel, and he is sexy Jason over there that way. And yeah, pose it up, brother man. And we are liar. You're chiseled like a Greek god.
You're right.
Yo, man, how you doing tonight, Jason?
I've already taken a nap before the recording of this.
Yeah.
Daniel and I were talking about how tired we were before this, and he blamed the
time change
that we just had. Yeah. We just fell back, so we gained an hour, but my God, did I just lose it sleeping on the couch? So, so that's
for getting an extra hour of sleep. I don't feel like it. Like yes. I don't know. Don't feel like I got an extra hour of sleep. But yeah,
how's your week going?
Man, it's Monday. It's already starting off shitty because my boss is coming. I'm going to miss the game on Thursday. So first match I will miss this season. So yay me!
I finally get a job where I can watch the games during the workday.
I failed.
Your boss is effing this up.
I know. She's screwing it up. She is screwing it up.
Hey, Daniel's boss, if you ever listen to this, we love you. This is not against you. You're not screwing anything up. It just happens sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Work. I don't get my Whataburger before the match to sit there and have my pregame Whataburger. So I wouldn't eat Whataburger.
Wait, I didn't know you did pregame Whataburger.
Yeah, for Thursday matches, I do pregame Whataburger.
No way.
I'll usually go do some work and then go to Whataburger and bring it back home and eat it before the match starts.
Podcast exclusive.
Yeah, podcast exclusive. Pregame Whataburger.
Midweek games, Daniel gets a pregame Whataburger.
Hey, look, there ain't nothing like Whataburger out there. If you don't know what Whataburger is, Google it. You're missing out.
I'm jealous of this. I'm gonna find a pregame meal to get for midweek games now.
No, I don't have a Whataburger where you live, do you?
No, I don't have one. I have a Dairy Queen.
Well, they closed our Dairy Queen, so you know.
Oh man,
I have like 2 Whataburgers right close to my house. Not close.
I'll just do Chick-fil-A.
No.
I'll do what who I'm pretty sure is not religious friend calls the Lord's Chicken.
I think Chick-fil-A is overrated. I'm just throwing that.
Oh, it definitely is. But convenience-wise, it's pretty good.
It is close to your house. I will agree with you. It is close to your house.
And they're fast, and they rarely mess up the order.
Well, see, Whataburger is the exact opposite of that. They're slow, but they don't usually mess up your order. Your order's usually right, but they are slow. But I have a ton of points at Whataburger right now, so I eat there too much.
Maybe I should do Wendy's. This is a different conversation for a different day.
You get your Frosties and dip the fries in there because that's legit. I love dipping.
Oh yes,
that's about the only thing I like from Wendy's.
Mainly Are they still doing the SpongeBob collaboration? Because they had some pineapple thing that was supposed to be pretty good.
I know they were doing the Krabby Patties or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a big square burger. Like it wasn't.
Yeah. I would never eat at Wendy's because of that experience that you and me had at Wendy's before we went to that concert when we were like in college in Meridian. We went and saw Wilco.
Which one?
Remember when we saw Wilco?
I do not. Yes, but I do not remember the Wendy's.
We ate Wendy's before that, and I had a freaking migraine through the entire concert. Ruined it for me. Great show. I wish I could go back and watch it.
It wasn't that weird teacher lady that was flirting with
us the entire time? Oh, geez. Yeah.
She was already with a couple younger guys?
Yeah. That was weird. Yeah. But, yeah, that was... I forgot about that. I blocked that out of my mind. I forgot about that. But then I went home and puked my guts out that night.
No way.
And I haven't had like Wendy's since then.
Podcast exclusive. I did not realize Wendy's played such a role in the. I remember that concert fondly. I didn't have any.
It was a good show. I had a migraine, and then I went home and puked my guts out. So
no way.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of Wendy's or not, but I blame Wendy's for it. Maybe I should blame the older woman that was sitting next to us. Maybe I should blame her.
Yeah, she was a witch. She sat on the stairs next to us in the balcony. Yeah. We were in the front row because Daniel and I, no matter what seats we're able to get, we get to that concert about 8 hours early and just stand in line.
Damn right we do.
And we worry about it the entire time. But there was a general admin in the bottom, I think.
Yeah.
Or we didn't. No. The general admin was the balcony.
The balcony, yeah.
But you had to get there to get your seats, and we got there early so we could get front row of the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And so this lady, anyway, this is supposed to be about Manchester United. This lady, this older lady who I think told her she was a teacher, sat next to us and tried to talk to us the entire show.
I want to watch the band. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here to watch Wilco.
And I didn't know she was with 2 other guys, younger guys than her.
Probably her kids looking back.
We were weirded out the entire time. So, but anyway, that was our experience watching Wilco.
We do have weird concert experiences though,
all the time
with people. Mainly not. This isn't a knock on women, but it's usually women.
It's because we're tall and we're usually in the front, and then they try to seduce us into letting them in front of us, and it doesn't work.
Here's the hint: if there's any ladies who listen to this podcast and you want to get in front of a guy at a concert, don't lick the inside of his ear. Just throwing that one out there. Had it happen to me before. Not pleasant at all. She didn't get up there either and licking the inside of my freaking ear. Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember that happening towards the end of the concert.
Yeah, it was. It was not pleasant. Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Oh man. I remember we went to go see Dashboard, and there was some girl talking about
which time?
Auburn.
Time.
Yeah. It was the one where they were playing with Brand New. You can't say that anymore. You can't talk about
Brand New. Oh yeah, we can't. Oh, so the one the one. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. And she kept talking about Daniel and I live in the South, and she kept talking about Auburn. And she got really mad that we would not let her in front of us.
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
I'm go seduce one of the short guys.
Yeah.
Don't seduce us.
To be fair, we were already not where we wanted to be for that show.
That's true.
Because one of the people that we were with got stopped and got their freaking purse checked when we were going in, and we ended up having to. That was I think we're just dating. It's my wife now. It was my. I don't know if we were engaged then or not. But
I thought I got stuck too. But
you might have. I remember.
You dashed through.
I just went. I didn't care. I was like, they'll find me. I'm tall. So it is. We could sit here and tell you stories all night about our concert trips. But
anyway, go to another one. But I ruined that last time. So sorry.
It's
about
okay.
That.
No. Yeah. Shit happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about after that long 8-minute introduction.
Hey, we'll use this as a preview for another podcast idea Daniel and I have. This is just a snippet of that. That's welcome. True.
You're welcome. Yeah,
a little sample here at the beginning.
Yeah, a little sample. But yeah, we are going to talk about Manchester United now, I guess, and Chelsea drawing 1-1. And Jason reminded me before we started this episode. He said, Daniel, I'm going to be positive because we said on the last episode that we were okay with the draw. So I'm going to try and follow Jason's advice. I'm going to try and be positive despite the fact that we played like shit. Our goalkeeper is shit. We were terrible. It was not one of the worst matches I've seen. No fun. Like Jason preaches, no fun. It was just not fun.
Man, you were horrible too, though.
They were, but that's the problem. They were so bad, and we played down to their level. We literally played like Man U plays.
Yeah.
And it was just where's the team that was rolling earlier in the season that was, playing well and doing good things, and now we just shit the bed.
What is crazy? Are we in fourth place right now? Are we in?
Somehow, some way, we are in fourth place. I think we're tied with Villa and Arsenal. No, yeah, I think we're tied for fourth, but we're ahead on goal diff.
Okay, so. That's what makes no sense to me. Is how bad we are.
Yeah.
And yet we're still fourth. I might be, and I'm talking overall. Like the game was a shit show.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like it was bad. Like it's not. We do not look good in possession. Bob is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You sent me the thing from Matt Law today where it was like Enzo Maresca says, "Oh, you have it." I'll talk about it later. Then.
Oh no! I brought my book. That I have some interesting Bob stats in this book that I took.
Okay, Daniel's holding up a black book.
It's got some interesting Bob stats in here that we're going to dive into later in the podcast.
Good.
But yes, Matt Law.
I'll give you a stat right now.
Lay it on me.
Second penalty he's given up by just taking a guy down in the box.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like if I remember this one correctly, it was a Bob dive. He doesn't even get the ball.
No.
He takes the guy down. No. Matt Law came out today and was basically like, the people are behind him. You know, he has all the qualities to be a good goalkeeper, but he's and these mistakes won't deter them from.
And they also said that
that's pathetic.
They also said that he has saved us points this year.
There's no way.
I have.
There's been in Bob's defense. There's been a couple of good performances,
but his good. Here's the thing.
He had one at the very beginning of the season. We were like, "Oh, Bob's still good."
Yeah.
And we ate crow later.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's not that. So here's let's just go into it because this is okay. So we lose 2-0 to Man City. He did nothing in that match. We lost 2-0. Okay. Wolves we beat 6-2. He had his goalkeeping in that match was shit. Terrible defending. I don't know. Crystal Palace. We drew.
Yep.
Didn't save us points that match. We beat Bournemouth. Now, this was probably save-wise his best game. But this was also the other game where he gave away the penalty and took the guy out of the box and then saved the penalty. Right. So can you really say he saved us points when he was the cause of them possibly getting points? And then we beat West Ham. He literally did nothing in the West Ham match. Like, I don't even know if West Ham had a shot on goal. They probably did. He didn't do anything. Then we played Brighton. He literally was responsible for both of Brighton's goals, even though we won 4-2. He was still responsible for both goals. Didn't save his points. We drew Nottingham Forest 1-1. He really didn't do a lot. The goal was off a set piece. Shocker. Then we lost 2-1 to Liverpool. Penalty. Controversial penalty. And then back defending on the second goal, but Bob probably could have saved it. Newcastle, we won 2-1. But in the 74th minute, Bob tried to let them score, literally dove at the ball, and Isak dribbled around him, and they just screwed it up and didn't score. So didn't save us points there. Didn't save us points against United because he's literally the reason we lost the match because he gave away the freaking penalty. So I don't know where these people are getting these things about him saving us points. Like I don't get it. I don't know where.
The most interesting stat out of all those stats is Bob doesn't appear to have a single clean sheet this season so far.
He got 2.
Wait, which ones?
West Ham and Bournemouth.
Oh, you're
2
right.
Clean sheets.
Okay.
Yep, those are only 2 clean. They were back to back, and I think that's when we were sort of talking about Bob being good again. And then because then Brighton happened, and he literally passed the ball to Brighton for one of their goals, and the other one
clean sheets out of 10 Premier League games.
Against 2 terrible teams, too. Not against good teams. Against terrible teams.
Yes.
So.
I can't believe we only have 2 losses on the season here.
That is also a crazy stat, Jason. That is also a crazy stat. But
this is weird. Yeah. This is a weird season.
Yeah, he has 2 clean sheets. He's conceded 12 goals, which is one of the worst in the Premier League. He has a 76.9% save percentage, a 74.6% pass percentage, a long ball average of 29.9%.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up his because FotMob has those things where they compare him to other keepers.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Long ball accuracy, he is in the top 74%.
Which is just crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's had some abysmal long ball games in here. So.
Goals conceded, 8%. That's not good.
No.
Clean sheet, 2%.
Yeah. It's like one of the worst. That's like the worst, probably.
Save percentage, 78%. This is his stats compared to other keepers. This highlights a player's statistical strengths and weaknesses in comparison to other players. A player with a 90% percentile ranking on chances created means they create more chances than 90% of players. So Bob's clean sheet record is 2%. That means he doesn't do better than 98% of the other players. His goals conceded is 8%.
Yeah.
That is insane, man.
It's crazy. His stats, like, here's some more mind-blowing stats. So if we want to dive into the XG stuff, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 10 games this year. He has a negative XG, meaning that the other team, XG, he failed to prevent. So, like, Wolverhampton was supposed to score 0.77 goals that match. Bob let in 2. So he had a negative XG of 1.23.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just like it's crazy that, like, I don't know. It's crazy. But 4 matches this year with negative XGs: United, Wolverhampton City, and Brighton, for those people out there wanting to know. But the point is that I'm so sick of the freaking propaganda machine and Matt Law and all this bullshit that gets released. Like, it is okay to say somebody is not a good player and that they are not up to Chelsea quality. Like, just be real. Like, we all have eyes. That's the thing. Everybody has eyes. Like, who do you think you're fooling with this crap? We're not going to win anything with him in goal. We're not going to win anything. It's just not going to happen. He's a mid keeper. Why do we think he was the freaking third string goalkeeper, Brighton? It's infuriating.
Maresca believes in man. I mean, that has been the story the entire season. Is Maresca believes in Bob, and I think even like preseason, it was like, this is Bob's position to lose. But then also, we don't buy anybody that gives him any competition.
Right. You buy Jurgensen. Jurgensen had a stinker in the freaking Carabao Cup last week. He did terrible. I mean, Diassi didn't help him, but I mean, what's new there? He's shit too. So, I don't know. What it looks like to me is that whoever Matt Law is pumping the propaganda out for is the one that is responsible for recruiting Sanchez, and they're trying to save face.
Yeah.
It's my 2 cents about it.
We are not a pro Matt Law podcast.
Yeah.
We think he is a mouthpiece for Chelsea admin to make things look better. If in case that didn't come clear.
Or worse.
In
the Tuchel case.
Yes. And he has done that since Tuchel left the club.
Yep.
And that is Red, White, Blues FC opinion.
Yeah, that is an opinion. An opinion.
Yes. That's just our opinion. We will not be doing any collaborations with Matt Law anytime soon.
Yeah.
Even if either party wanted to.
Yeah, if either party
in our case is a big thing to say because we can't collab with anybody right now.
Yeah.
Our audience is small.
Yeah. It's a teeny tiny audience. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just not think that's the thing that infuriated me the most was after the match, all that stuff got said, and that article got released by Matt Law this morning, and I'm just like, it sort of overshadowed the match for me because, like, we're not talking about, like, how bad we played. We're talking about our goalkeeper and how people at the club back him and Maresca backs him instead of being like, why did we not play well? Why were our fundamentals bad? Why did we not create more chances? Like, why was that? Like, and that's the thing. It took a worldly goal from Caicedo to I mean, that was a hell of a goal. Like, I didn't know he had that in him. That was amazing. And I loved every minute of it. And honestly, he's probably our best player right now on the pitch. But, I mean, nobody else did anything.
Dude, our stats are kind of amazing. Like goal differential wise, are like Man City have scored 21 and let in 11.
Yeah.
We have scored 20 and let in 12.
Yeah.
Like, think about if we had a better keeper. Like, Nottingham Forest have only scored 14, but they've only let in 7. Poole have scored 19 and let in 6.
Yeah.
That kind of shit's going to win them the championship.
Yeah.
And I don't even think Poole are that good this year.
They're not. They're not that good. That's the thing. It's like they're not that great. They're not as good as what they have been.
They're doing like us now, though, and they're eking out results. They just have drawn less and lost less.
Yep. And they beat us. So
yeah. We lost to Poole. We lost to City.
Yep. And there's the big difference. And that's the thing. Is like, this is my thing. Is like, I think the difference between this season and last season that's sort of starting to show itself to me is that we're still not good against the top 6, like the big teams. We'll see how Tottenham. We'll see Arsenal next week. Yep. We got them, and then we'll see Tottenham. Coming up soon too. So we got both of those coming up, and I mean, like that, the Nottingham Forest draw is not looking bad now when you look at where they are on the table and what they've done to some of the other teams. Like,
I mean, that's who beat Liverpool. That's the team that beat Liverpool.
And I'm pretty sure that they beat Arsenal City. They beat one of the other top teams too, I think.
They haven't played
Maybe
Arsenal
not
yet. They have beaten, my God, when did this start? They drew with Bournemouth on the first day of the season, it looks like. They beat Southampton. They crashed out of the EFL Cup on penalties to Newcastle. They drew with Wolves. They beat Poole, drew with Brighton, lost to Fulham, drew with us, beat Palace, beat Leicester 3-1, and then beat West Ham 3-0. So they're just now starting to click.
Yeah, they struggle.
The other things have been like eking out wins, like 1-0 here, 1-0 there, drawing there.
It's just.
I mean, it seems like it's going to be that way for the season, and like the fact that we are doing that is good. I don't want to like take away from like us eking out a draw at Old Trafford. Us eking out draws and wins. I just don't know, and this is what I think we're alluding to, right? I don't know how sustainable it is to keep playing this level of quality football, like playing like such a inferior version of football, and like still like eking it out. I just at some point it's going to collapse in on itself for us, and we got Arsenal next weekend.
Yep.
So I'm actually I won't spoil my prediction.
Well,
you can probably tell from the tone of my voice I don't have a lot of hope for that one.
But it's like you said, like we're eking out the victories, which is what I was saying earlier, and I rambled and forgot to say this, but we weren't doing that last year. So that is one of the differences in this team from last year is that we are eking out those wins against the smaller table teams, which we couldn't do last year if it was a close match.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have yet to truly see us break down a low block. Like, I still don't know if it's possible.
Yeah.
We saw a struggle with the way Liverpool played, and they're not a true low block team, but they played very defensively.
Yeah.
So we struggled. We'll see. But I mean, I don't know. The positive note is we did drop 2 points, but we didn't drop 3 points. We did get a draw. That is like the most drawn fixture in, I think, Premier League history or something like that. Like, it is insane how many times
we haven't won at Old Trafford in a really long time.
It's been forever. It's been years and years and years. So the fact that we went in there, got a point, like you said, I'm okay with. I just pray Cole Palmer's okay. At least we know he's not playing Thursday night.
Right.
Yeah. At ref. Yeah. And I guess let's talk about this, Jason, since let's just transition. So I don't know. You got anything else you want to say about the Man United match before I transition us to Thursday night?
No, it looks like I'm not paying attention, but I am just looking at stats at the moment. Just to see kind of like where we were. But there's nothing that stands out here. It was two not very good teams just like throwing punches at each other, and they weren't landing.
Yeah.
And like you can see that in the amount of shots that hit the woodwork.
Yeah,
like it was wild. Like the amount of
Garnacho had like 3 chances and
disaster class for him.
I'm glad he sucks. Thank goodness Garnacho sucks, because if he didn't suck, we would have lost that match pretty easily.
Yeah. If they could put something on target, man, they would have had us so many times. I think they had the better looks on goal. Yeah. But my God, do we just give it away in the midfield and then just let them run out our defense? Like, we do it every single time we can. Like, every time we can. It's a poor clearance. It's a poor pass out. It's a poor pass in general. It's not weighted good enough. It's not put in front of the player. It's not even in the same vicinity as a player. It goes to a Man U player. Like, it happens every game. You can take it off a list. We should start playing bingo. We would win in the first 5 minutes with how bad this team is in terms of passing out from the back and through the midfield. It is pathetic. I'm getting sick of it. I hate watching it. We do not have the fundamentals enough to then cover our asses with an inferior back line. And I don't know why we're playing James at left back. That is just getting old at this point. And Bob is hot garbage. Like, I don't know what, like, there's no way forward for this team unless they start getting it together. And like we said this several weeks ago, this was the time for them to get it together, because this is really where we're going to find out what this team is made of. They're like the thing that is annoying, and I know Liverpool are not letting in that many chances, but like, to lose to Pool when we blow some of the chances that we did in that game, and then to draw with United, a team that is obviously in shambles.
Yeah.
And to walk away with 1 point from 6, with the potential of going to Arsenal. And oh wait, are they coming to us, or is it at?
I have no clue. I would imagine.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
I don't know if we're going to Anfield or...
Why is this so hard to find this? Okay, we are at home. So, like, potentially Arsenal might roll up into Stamford Bridge, and we might take 1 point from 9 when we should have gotten 6.
Yep.
Like 6 was gettable to me, because Pool just is not that good, and Pool's going to get exposed, I think. Yeah, and I'm just waiting for the day for it to happen. And all it's going to take, too, is like one injury for them, and they go down.
Yep.
And so I don't know. And if they don't, and they were able to survive it, kudos to them. I think they will have done what they needed to do to win. But at this moment, Pool is not that good. Yeah. And they don't look that good. And we could have got after them. And Man U definitely don't look that good. And we played down to their damn level, like you were saying earlier. And we don't play above people. We play to them. And it's just getting old. I'm just sick of it. This team is not this team has all the potential in the world. Not Bob. I don't give a shit what Matt Law is saying, what he's saying, Enzo Maresca is saying. Bob has no potential. Bob is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He might be a great guy as a person.
Personally,
he's as a player. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I have nothing against our players personally. But if you're going to come out and you're going to continue to give the ball to the opposition, and you're going to continue to give penalties away, I'm not going to rate your playing. Like, and you continue to dive at nothing. Then you're playing like shit. And at the end of the day, that just is what it is. I'm not going to apologize for it. Like, Bob, I have nothing against you personally. I would rather hang out with you than watch you play for Chelsea. And that's how I feel about most of our terrible players. That's how I felt about Sterling. I'd rather just hang out with the guy instead of watching him on my TV every weekend because he's shit. Like even Arteta has come out. It's supposedly come out that Arteta does not rate him and does not want to lean on Sterling to help Arsenal through this next stage because Arsenal's kind of fallen off a little bit as well. So it's like, what do you do with a player like that? You shouldn't play them. Arteta at least is not playing Sterling.
Yeah,
we shouldn't be playing the players that aren't doing that well. We literally have 2 starting 11s. Like, I don't know what we're doing. I would I know Jurgensen's not that good. I just would much rather take a chance on somebody else. I don't care at this point. Like, Bob is not saving anything. Anyway, I'll stop talking about Bob. That was very ineloquent. I'm sorry I called you a piece of shit, Bob. You're just a shit player. That's what I meant.
Yeah. It is, man. I don't know. But it is. It's the little fundamental things. And, like, when you've seen it click this year, we've seen it click. Like, we'll have moments where we start passing the ball amazing and we ticky-tack it around and we look great holding possession and we find the open pockets and we find the open space and we make the runs and we do the right things. And then we just show up like this. And I think that's the frustrating part is because we've seen what we can be. It's just not consistent yet. And I think that makes it worse. Like with Poch, we were just shit until the last 6 matches of the season. And it was just frustrating the whole year. Right. And now it's like Maresca's dangling this in front of a little bit of, oh, look, we scored 6 goals against Wolves. We scored 4 against Brighton. Mm-hmm. Ooh, and we looked good against Newcastle, for the, I mean, and I will say that our defense has not looked good all year.
No.
They're terrible.
Dismal.
They're terrible. Dismal, yes. Just, it's crazy. Our defense is so bad.
Yeah.
But then like the attack and the holding of possession and the way our midfield, like it all clicks at moments, but there's no consistency in that. And that's what's infuriating for me is because I know how good they can be. And then just show up and play like they did against United. It's just like,
yeah.
And against a team that's not good. And against Liverpool, like you said, Liverpool, not that great of a team.
Well, and we had, there was weird things that happened in this game. Like, so Reese, we're still experimenting with Reese at left back, putting Gusto in.
Lavia. Thank God that ended at halftime because Gusto was turned into shit.
Yeah.
Now let me preface. Yeah, I think Gusto. I was thinking about this during the match to talk about Gusto. I think part of the issue is I don't think he's comfortable in the role that Maresca is asking him to play, and that is causing him not to play well.
He's not a finisher. He pushes up so much. He finds himself with the ball a lot in like a shooting position.
Yeah,
it's usually like right at the edge of the box or on the outside of the box. He just can't do it.
Yeah, he can't do it. He's a good overlapping winger and he can cross the ball in there. Like he can defend pretty good. But playing in that half space and trying to get the ball and do something with it in the final third, he's just it's not him.
Yep.
So
and I mean Lavia and Caicedo, I still think that's fine. Like we give the ball away too much in the midfield.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Neto, Palmer, and Mads for like a
Jackson.
while.
Yeah, and then Nico.
Jackson up top. But then Mudryk came in later, right? And then did Neto go to the other side?
Yeah, Neto. Usually that's what happens is Mudryk comes in late. Neto goes to the right from Madueke, and Mudryk goes on the left.
And then Cucurella came in, and so James went back to the other side.
Yeah, he went and played center back.
Yeah.
So
it's like we're playing with things now.
When we should have already had this figured out.
Yeah. And we had a solid starting 11 there for a little while. That seemed okay. And I don't know. Like you have some bad performances. Enzo gets benched and Sancho gets benched, and
Sancho hasn't technically been benched. We don't know. He was sick last week, and then he couldn't play this week because it was against United, his parent
likely story.
Yeah, so we don't know if Sancho's actually been benched or not.
Okay, so maybe we'll see him.
But Neto hasn't been.
No, he's been okay.
Like
he did get subbed. Sancho did at least get subbed out at that game for Neto. Because he was having a bad game.
Because he was having a bad game.
It was bad. Yeah. It was against Poole, yeah.
And I will say Mudryk looked decent in his cameo. I mean, like, I can't believe, like, the one thing Maresca might be doing, he might be actually teaching Mykhailo Mudryk how to play football.
I do not.
Because he doesn't know how to play. But he's looked better. He looked good in the against Panathinaikos, whatever the hell they are. He looked really good in that match. Didn't look good against Newcastle. Actually, he did look okay against. Actually, I take that back. Mudryk might have been our best player on the pitch against Newcastle last week when our B team played their A team. Take that back. Mudryk might have been our best player. And then he looks okay in his cameo. We'll see what he does Thursday night against FC Noah. But yeah, I don't know. That about sums up the United match. I got a couple more rabbits we could chase. But we'll save those for another episode. We'll save the apparently some. So there's some grumblings that Maresca's switching 11 for 11 is not a good thing, Jason.
Oh.
Yeah. So whatever.
It's always something.
It's always something, man. But yeah.
I just want to be happy again.
We were happy for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, we were happy for a couple weeks.
Maybe we can get back there.
Maybe we can. I don't know. Well, let's see if we can get some predictions rolling here. So we've got FC Noah.
Yeah.
Thursday night. It's at home, isn't it?
It's at home. Yeah.
It's at home, so no traveling. So that helps with Arsenal on Sunday.
Yeah.
So even though our starters won't be playing, it will be our B team again, I'm assuming, as has been every stinking match this year.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Let's see. Predictions for Thursday night in the Conference League.
Yeah,
I'm going like
okay.
I'll go 6-1. Why the hell not? 6-1 Chelsea.
Wow.
B team is going to show up and show out. I don't even know where. I don't even remember where FC Noah's from. I don't know. 6-1 Chelsea. I don't care at this point.
Okay, I was going to be a little more reserved and go 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do that.
But do that.
I appreciate the swing there.
Yeah, hey, look.
I hope that you're right.
I hope I'm right, too, because my prediction for Sunday isn't going to be as nice.
Samesies.
All right, you want to go first? I have a feeling we're probably going to go with the same score here. But
you think so?
Probably.
I was just going to reverse mine and go 3-1 loss.
Oh, you're going to go 3-1. Okay, well, then I'll go with 2-1. I thought you were going to say 2-1. So
okay.
I'm going 2-1 loss, though, as well. But yes, I think
I have them in there as a loss. Oh, wait. Hold on. I switch. If we're at home, like,
our score goes first.
Yeah. I just switched the score. So, hello, balloons.
Send the balloons up.
I will say this. Currently, right now, in the Premier League, we are at 18 points compared to 12 last season.
Yeah.
Compared to 20 the season before. So, that's kind of strange.
You know, the only thing I remember about that season before, that was the Tommy T. Or no, that was Graham Potter's full season, you know.
Yeah.
But Tommy T, I just remember we got screwed at Tottenham. That's all I remember about that season. I don't remember any other. We got humiliated by Brighton and got screwed by the refs against Tottenham. That's what.
Yeah.
That's the start of that season.
Yeah. Well, I predicted a 3-2 win at Old Trafford. And you predicted a 2-2 draw, so at least you got the draw correct.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, this.
Oh, and I will say, Daniel got another prediction right. About like 10 minutes before the penalty during the match, Daniel sent me a text that said, "This smells like a controversial Manchester United penalty." And sure enough, they get a pin.
Well, except the fact that it wasn't controversial and Bob just straight took him out of the box.
I mean, but it's controversial that we still start Bob, so you win.
Touche, sir. Touche. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. You got anything else you want to add to this episode, Jason?
No, man. That's it.
All right. Cool. Well, then I guess tell those people where they can find us. Remember, we got a new deal remember from last week. We're switching it up. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember.
You remember?
Wait,
okay. All right.
I think.
You think you remember? Well, if you don't, but just you're supposed to not do something.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I remember which one I'm not supposed to do.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, then, Jason, tell these people where they can find us.
Look, if you want to check us out on social, we are on X, Instagram, Threads, and Substack. Daniel's been writing amazing 100-word reviews of the matches on our official Substack blog. You can find us on all of those things. We've made it easy for you because it's all the same handle, and it's at Red White Blues FC.
That is right. And you can also listen to us on Spotify or Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast at these days. And if you fancy looking at these ugly mugs, you can watch us on the Tube of the U and like and subscribe and jizzy jazz, all that stuff, whatever you do, whatever you do, put the bell notification on, ding, but yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, whatever you do. But yeah. You do that, we're there as well, all under the moniker of Red White Blues FC. So yeah, check us out. And until next time, we'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
I still do feel bad about calling Bob a piece of shit. It was just a heat of the moment, emotional thing. But you play like shit, Bob, and you need to get your act together if you're going to be the starter for this team. Flippity floppity.